better part of my evening last night was spent with help from this guy over here, Jose, setting my goals. I'm using something called the BestSELF journal. I'm not sure if I shared much about it with you guys yet, but what I wanted to do today is break down what my goals are and the status of them and where they're going. And I want to do that for a few reasons. One is not to get the dopamine drip of like announcing my goals and sharing that, because that can have negative psychological effects. But the reason, moreover, as I feed little Elvis here, is to get some accountability and simply to document the process, because I want to be able to look back and see where I was, be able to show what that work looked like, because I'm already going to be doing it. My ride has been ordered. I need to take off now, take care of some business, take care of some tax stuff, which reminds me I gotta grab something else real quick. Set my goals, and I've kind of been waiting, procrastinating, and delaying. I'm using something called the BestSELF journal. This is done by Catherine Lavery, bestself.co. What I like about this journal is that it's kind of like a mini course in the beginning that basically walks you through the mindset of the journal itself. So it talks about the 13-week roadmap, setting milestones, how to use the journal. It was a little overwhelming to get started, I'm not gonna lie. Jose's been helping me to get this going and has been a huge accountability factor in that. I didn't get started until midway October. The premise of this is you basically choose 3 big goals, you break them down into 3 milestones. Each milestone has 3 different things that you're gonna be doing daily, and you basically sign yourself over to commit to making it happen. That being said, I want to share my goals, partially for accountability for myself, but also to have another way that I'm tracking it. My intention is to be reporting monthly on this, and to be writing weekly about it, to be tracking it inside of here, and then to be sharing it here with you guys to just document the entire process. With that said, these are my 3 goals, and again, these are my first time doing it in here, so I may not have done it completely right, but anything that you do continuously, you'll get better at. Goal number 1 is to create $4,000 in monthly recurring revenue by December 31st, 2016. The end result goal is very important to me because I'll be saving for taxes, which will be big. I'll be more able to travel, aka location independent, and can document the process, which has been fun for me here with these videos and will give people a closer insight to what all of this looks like. The 3 progress goals, I will get 1 new podcast client. I run a podcast agency. I want to get more clients for it. I have a small team around it, so it'll be good. It's the right time. Number 2, I will host 1 webinar and study to get better. I'm doing some webinars with Video Fruit, so I want to get them nailed down. I want to get them dialed in and solid. And I will add affiliate offers for things like ride sharing. I tell you guys a lot about how I just sold my car and how I'm using ride sharing. I need to be plugging my code for you guys to check out so you guys can take advantage of those things. And then also things like Favor and Postmates, which all of the links for will be below, so you can start checking those out. That will also potentially bring in revenue or will free up money if people are taking advantage of my free codes and I'm getting free meals or free rides here and there. So it's just a win-win scenario for everybody. So the actions plus tasks based on progress goal number 1 of getting a new podcast client. I will send out 2 prospecting emails per day. I will study so I didn't do this right. I'll send out 2 prospecting emails per day. I'll work with my team to take on more tasks from the podcast side of things. And I will ask 3 people weekly if they know somebody that I should be talking with about this or who would benefit from our services. Based on progress goal number 2, here are the 3 things. I'll study and practice webinars for 1 hour a day. I will reach out to mentors who are doing the same thing for other companies or in their business for direction, guidance, maybe best practices, their best webinars, things like that. And I will do live webbies for practice and for feedback. Progress goal number 3, action plus tasks. I will film daily, plus I will talk with Jose about ways to monetize affiliate offers. He's been a great sounding board for these things and has brought up some great ideas and just things I need to be doing. I will create one vlog focused on food ordering. Every day when I do order food, I record me opening the door and shutting it. So I'm gonna do a video on that and kind of showcasing what that looks like. And I'm kind of picturing doing an equation where I estimate how much time I've saved. And that can kind of be the center of it because it buys you a lot of time. And then number 3, I will put links in the description of my videos for things like Favor, Postmates, Uber, Lyft, etc., etc. And then what's really cool about this is it has my commitment. I, Jeremy, commit to completing this goal by December 31st, 2016. And I will achieve this, or when I achieve this goal, my life will improve because I'll be better prepared for taxes. I will be able to do more traveling, and I'll be more sufficient on myself for income. So that will be really nice. And when I complete this by my target date, I will reward myself with a trip to Denver. I've been dying to go back, so that will be really cool and really epic. And I'll do the following 3 things to make sure I'm doing this. I'll keep the journal out, I'll document goals and share via video, and I'll do a daily stand-up with Jose. We have an appointment for 7 p.m. every day now where we're gonna go back and forth about these things, which we missed today. So Jose, we gotta make that happen here in a few minutes. Progress goal number 2. I will pick a name for my new project and formally launch it to the world. I have been working on reiterating how I'm blogging, how I'm email marketing, the segmentation that goes inside of it. So far, I've been blogging over at jeremymontoya.me. I was pretty much creating daily content for quite some time, but I want to change and revamp it a little bit to make it make more sense as well as easier on my lifestyle. And then I also want to launch a project outside of my name where I'm able to talk about the crux of being a man and creating a prime lifestyle, being confident in business and relationships, growing a social circle, and kind of figuring out what the crux of all those things are in the common denominator and focusing on those things, helping male entrepreneurs, helping ambitious young men with that mindset and figuring out those things for themselves as they can kind of see how I'm doing it and take advantage of those best practices and things like that. So there's a little intro to what that looks like if I haven't already explained that well enough. The end result goal is very important to me because I will be able to share something that's a passion of mine the way I'm envisioning it. So the progress goals, I'll decide on a name. I'll get my first 100 subscribers, which we talked about in the last video or 2 videos ago, and I will send my first emails and publish my first posts. Based on progress goal number 1 of deciding on a name, I'm gonna survey the people I already have signed up. I'm gonna buy that domain and then put up a landing page, keep it very simple. On progress goal number 2 of getting 100 subscribers, I'll message at least one person daily. I'll start a spreadsheet to track all of these, and that way I'm ready to upload it to my email service provider, and I will ask my current subscribers for referrals of other people they think would be interested in this from their friends and family. On progress goal number 3 of sending my first emails and first blog posts, I'll write 250 words a day. I'll document the progress on video and plus track it. That's this, and I will send an email or publish one post every single week. So if the blog isn't up yet, I'm gonna send that via email. If it is, I'm gonna put it as email and as a post on the site. My goal is to do this by November 30th because these seem a lot simpler, so I wanna make sure these are dialed in a little bit before some of my other goals based on that time. When I achieve this goal, my life will improve because I'll have less decision fatigue. The deciding on domains and all this is killing me, and I advise people on this all the time on just taking action, making it happen. I've done that in some ways, I'm slacking in some others, but I can completely relate to what this looks like when you're starting a new business, building a list, building a blog, and committing to these sort of things. I will get steam going on this project, and I'll set myself up to be able to share what I'm doing, and that will help a lot of other people. From my perspective, that's the goal of this. If I complete this goal by my target date, I will reward myself with a celebration with my closest friends. So hopefully there'll be a video in the next 2 months where you see some sort of epic celebration with my closest friends and family all coming together and maybe doing some sort of announcement and some sort of like big cheers event to make this all happen. I'll do the following 3 things to ensure I do this. I'm gonna film, track words written, and of course, carry this journal with me. My last goal, I will intermittent fast for 30 days straight. So I'm already a few days into this. Because of this goal, it will help me achieve having more energy, spending less time and energy on food, and I'm gonna look and feel a ton better. The progress goals is number 1, get everything I need for intermittent fasting. I've already done some of those things. 2, I will decrease my body fat by 2%. I believe that would be to 17% if I'm right off the top of my head. And I will also release 8 pounds. Action tasks based on getting everything to intermittent fast, get batteries for my scale, did that, get a week's worth of supplies. I got about 2 days or 3 days of supplies. I need to go to the store tomorrow, get a week's worth and just nail it out. And I will weigh myself daily. I haven't been doing that, but I need to. So that's gonna be a big part of this. Progress goal number 2, I will track my body fat percentage, report on the percentage via a tweet that's automated and set up, and I will report monthly on progress here via video and probably on my website as well. Based on progress goal number 3 of losing 8 pounds, I will track weight automatically. My scale does that. It's freaking fancy. I'll put a link to it below. It just spreadsheets it the whole 9. I will tweet my weight. It's accountability. And I will wait 5 to 6 hours minimum to break my fast after waking up. And when I achieve this goal, my life will improve in the following ways. I'll fit better into my clothes. I'll spend less on food, both energy and time, and a lot less time just thinking about food because 4 of my 5 waking thoughts are food. So I'm still getting in that habit, but I can already see some magic there. And I'll create a solid base to start bulking and start working out and doing some of those things as I go. And when I complete this, I'll buy 2 new shirts and a pair of pants. I hardly shop anymore these days, so that would actually be really nice. And to make it happen, I'm gonna auto track my results. Gotta make it simple, guys. I'm gonna carry the journal with me, and I'm gonna also write my weight manually. So I'm gonna track it, it's gonna go to the spreadsheet, but I'm gonna write it down in here just to be diligent about it and to make sure that I'm hitting that. This is gonna be essential to making sure I'm daily checking in with myself. Today was my first full day of really using this, and I just set my last 2 goals. Basically, the way it works is you write out what your schedule is gonna look like. There's a place for notes. There's an end-of-day reflection, which I think is big. It's talking about what or a morning reflection, which is basically what you're grateful for. You have goals for the day. You have targets for the day. Lessons learned, like opportunities for improvement. There's some nice quotes inside of here, so great job in this book. They did a really killer job in it. Wins, the brag zone, and then there's also tonight I'm grateful for, which is cool, which I'm about to finish up and wrap up right now. So this is going to be a really big part of what it's going to take in order to track my goals. I also see some really good things inside of here, and I also have some feedback for making it work. I'm going to have a link to this. Below so that you guys can check this out and see if it's something that you like. I highly recommend it so far. I am, in my nature, a very disorganized person, and it's little things like this that make me incrementally better. So anything that you can do to do those same things, find those things that work for you and implement them as fast as you possibly can. That being said, I'm gonna wrap these things up and then call it a day.